Okay, so I understand that the format I'm making this video in is very weird, but you know, I'm not showing my face right now because, you know, I've been crying for quite a bit and I just need to document my thoughts, I think, online. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've known that I've had dementia for 5 years now, which sounds insane because I was literally really young, you know, just started high school. But I didn't really figure it out until 3 years ago. And if you're wondering how I know this, how I'm still going, how I'm still speaking, I don't even know either. I go throughout my days not knowing what I'm doing anymore. Conversations, I lose track of what the conversation is about even, and someone has just said 5 seconds ago I've forgotten. And it's only gotten to this point because I don't really know. But well, it's only gotten to this point because I'm so still aware of what's happening with me, but I won't be for much longer. And I guess this is something that could like take off after I've died. So if you're wondering how I've coped for 5 years and have not been to a doctor to say anything, well, I have. I went when I was in an earlier phase of my dementia, when my memory just started going. That's when I got really worried, because before that my problem solving was going and I couldn't do maths very well. I couldn't keep up with the other people in maths. So I've literally lost my train of thought. I don't know what I'm saying. That's my point. But my brain is still very good at acting and pretending like I don't have dementia, and I can just say whatever to fill the conversation, and the other person will go, oh yeah. But it's really painful. I'm not even kidding, like the amount of pain I've endured is insane. So I might be documenting this on YouTube, because after I'm gone you can hear my thoughts, and I won't just be, I don't know, 18, 19, I don't know when it's going to be, but dies of dementia. Like, there's more to it than that. And I knew I had it for 5 years. I've been desperately trying to tell people, and I've given up now because because those people have said, you're fine, nothing's wrong with you, you seem fine, you're still doing your art, which is very true. Something I really enjoyed doing, I've enjoyed it for the past 4 years, but I can't do anymore, is dancing. K-pop dancing in specifically. I literally just can't remember the dances anymore. Like, my muscle memory kicks in for songs I've known for ages, but if you ask me to learn, like, I can't even think of a song. I tried learning Are You Okay by FI the other day. Literally half an hour looking at the slow-mos of the dance. I couldn't figure out anything. It's really sad because it used to not take me long at all to learn a dance. I'm gonna be doing these videos if I even remember. And about the doctor's appointments, yeah, I went for so many, but yeah, that was like in the earlier stage of my brain deterioration. So nothing really felt amiss, and I did go for like a test to a child psychologist, and he obviously didn't believe me. My mum doesn't believe me, my dad doesn't believe me, no one believes me, you know, and I'm still going because I really want to live. But I know, you know, my time is coming soon. But I really want to get a diagnosis so I can get medication and, you know, try and live out my life, because if I'm not given a diagnosis, I'm just gonna fade, okay? And I'm not gonna get the benefits of, you know, knowing people knowing that I have dementia. So if they knew, I'd be able to maybe go on holiday or something, drop out of college, because A-levels are getting way too hard for me. Now, okay, I started my A-levels knowing that I had dementia, obviously. So I picked art. God, you know, when people ask me my subjects, for some reason my brain just gets stuck. Yeah, things that I've known for years, like that. Someone asked me my birthday the other day, and like, it took me 10 seconds to reply. Something like that. Anyway, I can't even remember what I was talking about. That's not even a joke. I don't remember what I was just talking about. Okay, I guess we'll move on to something else then. What else would you want to know? How I've gotten to this point without offing myself. It's quite a feat, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I'm only saying like 1% of what I've had to go through till this point. You know, maybe this will get like 5 views. That's fine, just as long as, you know, it's found out about later on. I know I'm meant to go to uni soon, and I just pretend like I tell everybody, yeah, I'm gonna go here, yeah, I've been to the open day here. But really in my head I'm thinking, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And even if it did, it's 3 years of my life, and by then I don't plan on being alive. Really. I'm very sarcastic about it and joking, but it helps me like lessen the impact of what's actually going on. And I literally just go through day to day without even knowing where I'm going, but somehow my body just takes me there. Sometimes I've walked up the stairs and I've looked back and I've gone, I don't remember doing that. And on dog walks as well, when I take my dog out, my spatial awareness does seem to be the thing that's going a lot with my other things that are going as well. And I'm speaking right now, I don't even know how I'm doing it. I'm not gonna listen back on this because I know I speak very fast and I know that I may have stuttered quite a few times. I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear myself back like that. And I can't even remember what I was just talking about before this. I'm just rambling. What else would you want to know? I guess you'd have a lot of questions. I guess I do plan on being anonymous, or maybe this will blow up and someone finds out. I'm too young to have this, and everyone says I don't have it, but I know I do, so I'm not talking about it at all. And even at this point, I'm not even, you know, talking about it with people. It's insane how much my friends talk about university, driving, jobs, and it's really painful to hear them talk about that, because I will just go home and cry about it, and that's been going on every day for like the past year. But you know, when I'm in college, like, it's like I'm alive, I'm laughing, I'm talking, I don't even know what the flip I'm saying, but I'm still doing it. And if you're wondering, like 5 years ago, 4, I did bring it up a lot to my family. I'm like, oh, there's something in my brain, I don't know what's happening, but it's just going. And they're like, oh yeah, I've been through that too. They say, oh, it's just a natural part of teenagehood, and a friend said that to me recently, and I didn't fight back. I just thought, yeah, okay, keep on saying that. I don't really get angry about it anymore, because people can say whatever they want, but I'll know what's wrong with me. And I did suspect that it was like a tumor, but I did have an MRI scan a couple years ago. Nothing came up, and I suspect that's because I think a lot. Okay, well, I used to think way too much. No, I've done a lot of research into dementia. The main thing about intelligence seems to be that, you know, the more intelligent you are, the faster it comes on. What I mean by that is, like, it's like, I know there's a way to describe this, but my brain can't come up with it. Like, it speeds up a lot faster when you get to the end of your disease, because your brain has come up with so many, like, words. I forget words so much these days. Like your brain has, like, okay, the more intelligent you are, right, the more pathways you have in your brain, and the more, I still don't know how to explain this. Like, you've come up with, your brain is adapting to the dementia change, and it's coping better with a more intelligent brain. It's coping better to make it less apparent that you have dementia. So am I saying that I was intelligent? yes, I was, because I think if I wasn't, I wouldn't have noticed that I had dementia, and I sure wouldn't be trying to convince people I had it. So I am saying that I was intelligent, basically. IQ maybe of like 130, I don't even know. But now I can tell you that my IQ is probably half that, and I'm still going. I did have big plans for the future, but now I know that death is an era for me, and it's okay because all the good ones go first. I really don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. The MRI scan. That happened a couple years ago, yeah, and nothing came back. So I was told by my dad, hey, look, you just go back to normal now. But ever since, I've not been doing academic subjects like maths, because I'm taking creative A-levels now. I've noticed my brain has gone downhill a lot faster. So actually, when I was doing my GCSEs, doing all those brain working subjects, it was actually keeping my brain at bay. And you know, now that I'm doing creatives, there's no need for memory, really. There's no need for, well, I guess I'm developing different cognitive skills, but they're not the ones I need to keep up with this brain loss. And I've been drinking water, I've been sleeping well, 7-8 hours. I think that's okay for my age, right? Yeah, I know someone that sleeps for 3 hours a day and lives on Monster. I hope she doesn't see this. I don't even know, I can't even remember what I was just saying. And people say, how do you know you've lost your memory? Like, I'm scoffing, because whenever they ask that question, I'm just like, you just, like, what? You just know. I used to be able to recall what had happened every day of the week, visualize objects very clearly, but now I can't, and I can only visualize things clearly, either in my dreams or in real life, for about 3 seconds, then that image goes, and I can't, like, see things in 4K, you know, people's faces, when I think of them in my head, go blurry. As for the memory thing, I literally forget what I say. I forget the conversations I've had. I don't forget people's names yet, but you know, I think I don't really want attention for this video. I only want it after I'm gone, but if it does take off, then that's okay. Because I still feel stupid for thinking that I have dementia, even though my brain has deteriorated this far, just because of the amount of people around me that have said I'm fine. I'm obviously not. I don't even know what day it is half the time. I don't even know how I've got to places. If you go through like, do I have dementia? If you go through a checklist of that, I have literally got every single symptom. Memory, problem solving, spatial awareness, you know, the dancing thing. It's really hard to copy the movements, as well as memorizing them. Memorizing them is only half of the battle, but the other half is also executing those moves like the idols, right? And I struggle to think, oh, where have they put their leg? Where have they put their arm? What are they doing with their hands? I struggle to keep up with that now. But I'm still really good at art. Well, okay, yeah, I'm okay. Better than if you gave a pencil to the average Joe on the street and asked them to draw. I think I'm better than that, at least. Yeah, I've just always been good at creative things. Whenever I think of like a mini story in my head that I could write, even now, I go to Notes app and do an outline of the story. And actually, I started a fanfic a year ago. Now when I look back at it, I think I cannot write like that anymore. I've tried. Oh, that's my speaker turning off. I've tried writing like that, but I can't get in the headspace to write like that anymore, because quite frankly, my brain is 2% of what it was, and I'm running on 2 FPS. Used to be 60, but now it's literally like 5 compared to that. And I could probably just do this video for an hour and come up with different things to say. Well, I'm not coming up with things to say. It's like my brain is coming up with things to say, but I'm not in control of it. I'm not that aware of my surroundings anymore. If I was looking for a bottle that was right in front of me, I would literally skip over that. That would have never ever happened with the old me. And yes, I'm talking about when I was like 12 years old. And then, you know, my mum laughs at me and says, you weren't a genius. You weren't a genius. Maybe I wasn't, but I was smarter than whatever this is. Just like people genuinely assume that I'm really slow now. And it gets to me a little bit, but I know that I'm coming to the end, so it doesn't really matter that much anymore. And yeah, I speak pretty casually about dying, but it's kind of a dark subject, but I think we should all accept it anyway. I never wanted to accept death before dementia, but now that I've thought about my future so many times and how I'm losing hope, you know, it's actually better to just think that I'm gonna die. And I don't get upset about, you know, dying. I get upset about the things I couldn't have done, the things I can't do, not even dying, okay? So it's fine. Yeah, I think I might just end it there. Bye.